nyina won so wa bobano ana babo pa afei se uyo bia wonum ato adwane no yeri si wonum anu apia sinchen wonum ato wonum enso nya odagan malamex no eno so ebabo pa ya wa gan prekasa garlic messiah kase adiem ana ya ka eye prekasa ne eye garlic afa obi a wonum aduro be ka to se garlic ne eye prekasa de emsa eye dupa eno ana ye de eye aduro de aba plant ne mu enso apra system no ama system na emu aye free ni nyina no emu so ebe cleanse kama fei ebe ma mo generative jafusana kama na sama ne ya kan sa aye sugar level ni nyina no enso aba back to normal ebiem no ya was semens factor help ba me shane ne capsules no ene ya kan sa gan no age so atose sisiade ebe call sexually why a week I won pema fei we your ban wa think asam so atekwa we dro no enso aya gan dia no bi na ya kan fo enso ama 0500888890 na when a pemsan enso enim komo
Tabiaba company industry sia kan che Ghana fo nyina somo eno de takum no enso atimi da banti Ghana ni bia otiemi a na say ontimi ni agwe e won pem de chane say low sperm count and ateto watin kasama article eno achi premature ejaculation ateto ni nano obako kapata bia takum ne be na so watima yishoma bia eto kama no achi unim say Tabiaba capsules no eba ni sisi adem enenam so dia yam timen so timi ba wina bi bo ba ebetu ase deku enam enso atimi da mano pai ba bia to die e Ghana bia okwa we so beka Tabiaba company industry so mu no pai bi 0243686861 nyanem panifo akasa emuleta supplement ebebuawo ama system no atimi gina brand na mesra wadam so utieme ene anopai nempo o dia na kwa system na mre ya de bia tro na do consider do emulate supplement abua na support immune system amana gina brand bone sana dwumadi bia wudi bia so betimadi ama bia so etima kama anopai wodu ani betem pharmaceutical license chemical shop bia kwa we say ka 0535112873 24 na so etima kasa kojak pharmacy women kojak chako toothpaste no and so to the bababuao ama osere nya nwode ma parabuao ama osere so pipe fita ya on keto ane ne kase disene wo yakoda na wutie me na sene o ma me anopa o ma me sorry na so kokofa paste bia bra so pe kojak farmer de no ana person de musu betuma yiso enu achi dia chance regular fluoride toothpaste no and so ti we dwaso ane dia ebua ama na sene pampan bia e wonuma na sene pampampan nya no asen so ti metu deku so to na ma umpowe na apade sa open back a we dey na contact Kodak farmer na person do dum no 0244559597 na nem panifo enso tima kasa semens how back like say men kan cho say me ya de be na tetero typhoid ulcer me patho sciatica and person ST and how oba na be ma ontimi ngo bra o meboa ama sweat mawo ama bians ato kama enso atimi dama enu ati anu aka anu asane so enso ati da mesa bon scan na wodo a wo poso wo sutima ye enso to ya kacha ni nyano ye ba ne kama edama e ba no massage physiotherapy ni nyano ye bi enso to ya kache wodo ani chemo kumasa sokori mampo ye na sokori mampo ro bank e di shani mo 0240826995 na so no enso to akasa Alaska Star Enterprise about original wallpapers and for blankets 3D and 5D designs in yana oba no ba bejo de bon sofa covers decorative watches and floors in yana oba Julius Siano sweat when you ama demna kama ma bios atma ko sweat with amano pay Alaska abia shop no ye wokuma se de ye wa duma any boss from menso di hwan ma Mrs. Anoche Plaza first floor on ye wo enu achi en cry on circle TikTok le one ma 0200281080 nani Alaska eso atma bon ko Dr. Lawson the doctor say and they said yeah we will be not premature ejaculation how what Johnson otie we and what low sperm count and atete bema so ti modjuma ye enso ti won pema what miss also what wadi essence for loss in delayment betters no and enso ti da bana sadwe and on etu aboa se ne ba ya e betu sa ya dey na enso ti de free ho and what delayment capsules na aboa e ma na matinka sama teko and what you ko ficha na utwa dadwo ni nyan e betu enso ti da ma ba bi eto do Ghana bia okwa on so ebeti aka 0248619999 34 etima bon komo na polytank saying say bia opa baby asto ensuo on say nansan no omota to pipe mpa enti say bia bebu bia si o na ebeche na pampan bia mema polytank esa since 1992 ana polytank atime asom Ghana fo nyina enti umedi odia ne say obekọ no akwajo de na bibia eto kama me patro nei aya dasa times nyina bi ensom eto akache etu dia ne say obo pria no ba bajo de na udum say polytank so walk up na aircourse no or surprises answer them one Autoniama, head from war, and she says, so Facebook, I Polytank Ghana on Facebook, my Polytank Ghana, and so Instagram, and then put my Polytank on X. Me patro the attorney so much is your cosina, no, who bet you not tell you, me patro pretty El Coso, and 2 dance of a cock, and Papa Nancasa, no Bias at work come at Jamal, and what Yan Wakasa 3P Gallet Mr. Sim, and Pennyfossian come from Tobias, a Asman Techiwa and a how. And wachi say bia Johnson tenta manajo we bo man na ayetitiriti wase anansa chew anansa so enye police and campus wacho mesawada aye 3P Gallic Master anabepe no am bo na bia eto kama drono e bo no ns organic and vitamins and minerals and so etimo ma bo ni padua 3P be ni nyina bi enso etimo mu tudi ansa we ko kojo de ba bi eto dro bia 3P Gallic Master e bi e hono 0248928824 platform. And so, let me akasana Dr. Mensa say obi adunso krobo wobu anu mo adunso pa ni onyini ye nyina oda so dunso a me so fa ne bra ade o me no duro amanos atmako enu achi Dr. Mensa say bia nu bone an obi nom ebia ne dia ne tramadol ebi dia eye cocaine ne dia no so atimi ewi bi an wo hisa na ontimi nya ya mesra wada tutubirika ne fa ne bra ababuaw na ono so atimi atu ase so atimi dia ma sasaduro no so kokofo so atimi dia ba na bia sasan dia Utimi koko fa no bia ebia bia ni nyanketa wudie be ma bia woni nyanketa wudie anu koko fa sasan ade adu achi a me so de sasadu na be kan na ni na asianso atimatu enso atimi diama wonu kroya godness ne samank man power capsules ade aba me man ko adro unum bia ababu awie pa ama bia eto kama so atimi diama eno yi nyina no dia tennis ababu ama nipa dua atimasi PS tamesro Dr. Mensa Okotwi jane nurse Guinness depo ena di hwan mo do na atem boase kwan so enu ati anu akai Mon Kraso Madina Zogo Johnson can sit abron sanemo na kana sanos ama me say we friend 0244921269 na so no answer to bon komo na uya no wadi Amagana rice na Amagana rice the man dia ne sonko ade free amufufum and say number 1 Amagana rice ye dua ewe kroma ya ye dua ewe kroma ya ye di nya no ne de support na say ene akuafo yi na bibia eto kama ade amam enu achi the channel say onna enya sika no mo kra emo di free amono ne ade ba ni nya no quality no kra sa of form ye dia efie ya ye dia wia ana dry na chese bibia enso eto kama udia wunya wode mapa ama bia eto kama adema Amagana rice oye wedding outdoor na ye ana befie na yo pemo edema dia sem wo ho a Amagana rice ana be kwakoto ba bia ton mu bia kwa unsanso etuma kam nemom wo pano dudo ma 0537029464 na so ne mpanifo nso etuma kasa na bia eto kuma root natural product no and also etimo dwaso na ya no aka no asano so edam se ruta mesan ababuaw nempo ayade se malaria na tu ase dia ma eno ati ruta live ogbo ma na circulate ye ama bians eto kama ruta tonic ababuaw ma typhoid fever ase so etimeto adua bubo su ba bi eto dro bia kwa wo sos eto kama sans enubrani aban ene de ruta natural product no ntu no ma ebetu ase de kudeku anam so eti dia ma 0242662220 na nem panifo so etima kasa natural complement say what the prostate capsules and us atimi dia ba o Johnson tenta manager o Johnson so vitamin from ba o Johnson so de tena say na mu atamienu am Proslaf capsules and babuao na bibians eto kama na mesrawada uya no aju Congo ointment so atimi dia ka ho e ba se koko ana teto oba na ba ma udari na oti ho ni nya ebetu asen so atimi dia ma 0249017101 baby eto do bia kwa we say ka bidima for herbal center doctor at the time betos anano pay e stroke and ya dia na usisi na ya oba na ba ma nei awon abo se de sabi Joshua aba akoko mesoko akora besu nya e ofia e midima for Herbal Center Dr. Type Eda so ebu akwa gogo anopai Dr. Tenasi Anese nei wone type eto Ghana for so 0244774280 na Dr. Akasa charistic nupa ni na India ba mixture Africanistic ho and buy na sadway born to malaria fever typhoid diabetes ebetuas ye and so to them all na zara mixture ni G capsules there say bia ensansa bia begu nkomo no so and pose when nam nsanya de bia ebetuas ye and so to them bia ton to bia wo kone so to kokojo de 0246348334 na so no penifo so to kasa power specialist Saba hospital ma me doctor akoso dia ya nie what's hepatitis B C and I tell to ulcer, fibroid, kidney stones, and obetua said Jamal. Na bani say be a malaria fever, and I tell to what the day I about Malamexna Diaba, ebetua said Jamal, Kafka about Mexa, Wobo ebetua said Jamal, not a day about on the Wontumi diabetes become. I'm a Biasa talk with him here, but Biabako Bia South 8 o'clock, no hospital, no, and Kalkabina SCP Road, Power Hospital, Bus Stop, Kumasi, Fayasabo, some Tukanaso, a day I Johnson, Orokodo, our Nerdy Estate, Tomorrow Banker, I was here, dear John Takrate, 0244544422 na no me sweat workers so we SHS na open juma and sweat my what 20 esansam we a pakiki sports maze and I face CPR first aid training and almost 8 million amount amount to channel sweat work come and say be a sports massage and a person kokosia Samsung and be a sports injury management and a person kokosia basic rehab techniques no and a person kokosia ni no almost 8 match on nyama mbobo so ina sika udia 600 Ghana cedi pe umpe na pede 600 Ghana na usu utia no e ba ne sende nyama o de besua de certificate sanso and a teacher for better na ana utia sase sana na bias eto kama go yo nesene I just odioma ma so tension and yawa ye board 0241 28 77 25 na no mo abonkobo.
Okay, well, Paul Medase, Yemre na Yemma Meshe, young question of the day. Proudly brought to you by Amazupi, Helbal Mesh, Amazupino, a infection, a drew, so your banner and so tell go, rough, and came through. I say, but when in your home, where your bound Bemeshia, my show, and I would take, and Jish, and Woosh, and Unqua, and I would to me a car, what drew no Amazupi. Beman was retabited through Beman Mubano, Yana a hard drink pa, no so no, I would join so now tell you Bemama Wadrono, and so a Amazupi Helbal Mesha. Pebi Tonanum na Daramani a day, question of the day. Emma Nano pay live on the show now. Ya can't say Elliot Anderson, joining Man City, in fact, or the medical and Nano pay US, New York, or Ediama City, Etuno. Nah, I don't know how much people say the amount involved. I know a 160 million pounds. Is 160 million pounds a fair price for Elliot Anderson, or is it overpriced? Is 160 million pounds a fair price for Elliot Anderson, or is it overpriced? And want to know, and I said the idea. See, Paul.
Westsiders legacy say, why would Man City buy him 110 million pounds? Hey, I think they would do that. Okay, Lamin G say, and if Elliot is costing a year 116, then Adam Wharton will cost 190. Alexander Lacazette said Neymar Jr. spoiled the transfer, and also at Gidi Brown. If Man City buys him at this price, then Enzo should be sold to Madrid for 180 million pounds. And also the bar, I think a branch and did Dauda. I said, my club Man City like spending money, power. Okay, and also at the bar, and I know Kusuko Jokrom say cheap price, cry 150. And I know I said, come the tunnel. Emmanuel and Chisi, no, it's about the system of today, please. Okay, and also the bar, Koku, I say, no, is too much, more fire fancy. And on the bar, Kwame D, and just say overpriced or fancy. Gilbert Yamwa, and just say no, for me it's 50 million. Benjin Fancy Sevilla essay, it should be more than that. I say Headgun Charles essay overpriced. A branch of Ibrahim Bean, and just say it is not a fair price. Richarlison Aya Stone, as a fancy he is overpriced though. His Excellency did not reduce it too much. Samson and I there's a Matthew Donko, as is too much, and also to me Ediaba.
Well, me say I'm we amuachre one also say absolutely overpriced power radio say the one do too much afi when so Tay Raymond also say too much for Elliot I didn't kwano abaya 116 million pounds the one dimpa when so Kofi Kimi kase fancy Elliot to the Asanka 80 million pounds so ka 80 no very okay. This one says overpriced and I fabric down so and down so then a message by Evans Esua one also say overpriced and also the message and so any and where Samuel also say Liverpool can buy player over 160 million and also I want the message and also the buyer and I will say I'm a piano selling for say price and the annual dear bon kwana 116 million pounds. Elliot Anderson Edian I don't know yama yam better because enwa yama mo fa coats ni two coats no me catch us 12 hours and 9 hours respectively and mo fa ti say matwadi pa na matwadi I will say me be so emamo BW5F 0B5 491 BW5F 0B5 054 BW5F 0B5 837 so I have 12 11 and 9 hours 2 more to go BW5F 0B5 D34 and a BW5F 0B6 227 and 8 hours T man friend ya grow said you know yeah boy na me bo 5 course man na 12 ne 9 about the omo try and dem say omanya biafa anya wo de be beto kana fi wo de bi nso a check wo hafa na de bi afa dry and e be kwa transfer market ni nso mu na ya kwa stories e free wo ba ma unza man for yo mo so mo pay update wa ni nyina na ho nko ade am de be ma wo eni ho amen for so man ngo ho
so the transfer ne de tetew
oh say transfers there me ho anda je say you know
me kai ba bi ba ko bi akoye no na dwubia na so me na yemla adwuma
o sende o bende na o po adwuma ne bi no ntunya adwuma na eno be ya ide ha
wasi black masa mumla nya adwuma
radisha na many power the four
obra adwuma de
on fa bi nka ho
na no so sofo so frame me
oh nice
yes sofo
evangelist Moses Odru
yes so frame me
oh nice
oh say menya madwin na me fa me ho manya me ye ba nya me so de ma fa no
dada da nyina na sa o ka che wona afi na be fa
dada nya ma fa no
dada da nyina hey
ana na otisa what na ya no
luma no kai sanka tututua enke wi ase beji pum
na za uzeze etuo na tutu dia za ga we ga
so we chief nso yan chan be so we chief nka so we chief Kenya se abrem
omubu ko no me ko ho do
nipa se o so ko Kenya ho Kenya na be after World Cup no na so be ya na ya regime na be so for your program be na akobo very necessary pa
see me train evangelist Lord Kenya one day
I papa so US
one day be do Ghana dia one day
one me ntokwa
sa onko ena se onko
baba na no yanam ne ka so phone so we spoke over the phone here na them say na ayo kakra ti bibia be fa ye kwaba
opali
sorry ko na me
Anwa juma no you Yami wo hoda Se uji dia Obeya juma Esa chirenia no you Yami wo hoda Se uji dia
Just Emre na you said ya no enso esitia ye kwama no ne
Anwa juma no you Yami wo hoda Se uji dia Obeya juma Esa chirenia no you Yami wo hoda Se uji dia Obeya juma ye bompaye shamak Israel Yehovah Elahenu Yehovah Ekat we ahata et Yehovah Elohika bika luvika uvika naveshika uvika miyodika tode yashak in English, in the name of Jesus, amen.
Amen. Amen. Come on, boy, Kapo. Say, Kapo chairman. I feel like chairman. Yes. Now I have heard the Bibian. Got time tabo kukasamu. Some messages and Ben no biase. Hey, oh chairman, ya dear pass. Say watch me assemble. I just quite be coming home. Hene papa me.
Na guess it is okay how guess no me say how many boys in this year me say guess it is say Wontumi sponsor no I number 1 chairman anwa juma no you nyame wo hoda se uji dia obeya juma sanchre no you nyame wo chairman my cover se uji dia obeya
ko aye juma dia and also because our transfer cinema and what other stories I would do and also making headlines our show upon the mountain so nyina no ya the more now so baba na wonum say World Cup no and also naguso across our central northern part of America and Caribbean in the mountain so nyina no wo mo Manchester ro because na me no kasai ya ma would no bia omo nyina so ate aye drop omo and so ekofie ana chese bi mo and some advance they call aye run of 32 chese ya jumadia and also other question na me no kasai no ma me front to wanim say wo mo so Manchester I was about so and no pay no ya the more now so baba and what Jose Marino and some come and what you know ya the more now so about to can one say and no and some other say corner wonum say make say we call aye just Manchester cinema and about aye 7 o'clock and a juya and just Manchester you know and some other question at the same time we benya on my aye for say no way for game no we more board the on my aye for say France and no and some aye referee na ya for some Mike Oliver and about this game no na match aye kan wan some you know when him say Erling Haaland or no NHS player ya for say Mbappe omumi no and some other square omumi no obia and some our 4 goals our tournament no and ya be a winner na one other train young kumu and ya be Mbappe no and some abenya chese say and also be Erling Haaland and just no ebenya say just anana tree no ayade say game about somebody kai and ya to when him say France for no woman other changes akakra our just almost squad no nyina no woman a strong team and about your mayor ya for said Norway and what you know ya was Senegal about the Iraq and some no now our brother Senegal no woman some Iraq about a match way and some aye 7 and no woman so some about me abaso and what about 12 o'clock and no aye 12 midnight na just ani to what no and some our Ghana Cabo Verde and Saudi Arabia woman national team about and what you know your Uruguay no woman some and La Roja na just no aye Spain no woman some and Uruguay for no woman some about just and your match and some other question na some match no and so see the Ebersa Uruguay national team players no just Federico Valverde no and just other players akano meti some obu fupa ni nyina no ya said your coach for some Marcelo aye Biel Samankwata no woman some aye training any ate woman to your pass said your manager is demande our training grounds and work crab sana woman come match be am na just one pray and just training methods any adeni nyina no and no some should and try cry and to the man can say am Valverde no and just a boys can nyina no woman some abu fu coach your fan say Marcelo Bielsa and no and some way update about to Spain woman come up biasha and 12 midnight and as I came no and some other coso our brother no yet update so by ebium about 3 a.m. Egypt and Iran at a ball and after New Zealand and Romania your fan say Belgium and some other ball and no I said ya na tree and the kwao match and no 6 matches our brother no and also abako so and you 3 games and also 6 rather because group will be about 2 now just 6 matches I want to know and also abako so and sana akwa kodru watching you ama Black Stars team no and so a game abaso abano peno ya the update so ba na also medical ya to him say ya man would want to be on my omono woman can from some that you call the next stage na the next stage no and some round of 32 na omo parents I was about to say and omo matches abasiako say I confirmed say Sarami Kameno womo babo and the tia on my I fansa Canada and what to Brazil and some Japan ameno womo mi some abasia Netherlands and some ayomaya womo ni Morocco for abona just Ashraf Hakim and just Kwadana Kaninano womo some abako aye Netherlands egemimo and a Feshua Sofe womo some and a part of a host team no womo some and Bosnia and Herzegovina womo mi and some other Bashia Assam now dear womo aye confirmed aye parena and about our run of 32 no more abroad peno yade aye sa update no and some at Elba na Shadwa Kamame Kata for nay wouldn't say Kata Eba tournament tribi na mom womo ekofie na wo hwe aye stance no said ya Kata for womo some other support omo man na just FPA na wabro mu kofie no ana report no aba say ama dememi nya no say yes supporters na womo fi aye Kata eba aye US ane ne Montes of Mexico no ane Canada and some other tournament no wonu say yes ya binom and one by you na Jamaica Cancer Catano yes nipa be 2000 woman some about tournament to support you no abandon the drum by na tie sir abandon one former market apart from Serbia yabama travel package Serbia woko enoba flight and over call ticketing and the sun common no woman di anyway ebium aye hotels aye supporters na ebeta and some ankokonanche na ticket out of a stadium no and also report I mean say Kata buy and just was sponsor and your ticket and what report was about you say and Bokana and Coconut support bia what a penny yes we were too kind afu kronimo and some other snap come ako support we mine our World Cup no no say yes we ma box na box no asase afa ho kababi abeta and the obedini na box no we mo other so much say JC our box no more and what sunglasses sabia the other show ni sabia sunglasses and no a bishop box no ebium we benya scarf sabi a good empanfoi wo mu komu no kata scarf and some our near your friends a box no and what no we be send your minor flag and to share a stand cinema and come here so support biana we kita aya mofla na sampo ebia scarf e dan komu biano nipa no asa flag our stand cinema and no some no crown one some mount near cancer yes bumu kranya bibi tisa ebia jewelry automase just a sanimano ebi some across so adma France ni bi just ano peno yade update and the akanin no and some ateba yese one mo basa World Cup no say I was so poor macho no ma be support you yeso bi ho kra na ye wonom ebesi na ye kasai one co stadium eda say ya bobo na bia kwabota say one co stadium dabi da onko bi da na when about the first time abasam safo ni na no ebi some abahwa ball into so wanya maybe a package no anya kama no amani pan reason tie wo so to no to afiri kulom abobi man so oma tie wo za wo yema de no ensom aya kama no nyina no aya kakra firi oma so na no pe no ensom anteba fai shadow akama me France omo supporters na wo some omo pay tribute adiama ayo coach aya fans did the show acha sana ma me no anya no ba bi kon ka sa me be ka sa Bishono wano some eluzi aya chese amen ha dwempa na report amensa kan some ane chese de abane so supporters ni wamo ana chese wamo brontwene mu ensom na omo support ema papa no domo kan nyina no sa wamo tanachi pampe esansa ye kamere betuka basa 3 days ago ema me catch say did you show ensom ema me wadane sabam kunsuntu abako enti ene game was a personal assistant coach Guy Stefan one ada control nyoma enso some adia free a touch line na nyame ya no chena ana coach no besa return etwei aye France omo supporters a wo mo sem omo ye bibi kakra e dia ma omo coach yentie sedie wo perform aye ritual no e wo Boston e wa brana wo mo Norway again abakoso. Yes, and all air France, almost supporters, actors from a Bolchen, Kuana, we run our Boston, and in the mountains, so who say, woman from the draw, almost support, and Yama, air coach, and no air crack from a debana. Woman, about crack fans, or William Shuameni. Woman says, Shuameni say, Yamatrika say, woman, about try, sir, woman must stay as united as possible because a boss say, maybe a head coach out of the buy, and woman's assistant coach, our whole. But head coach here, you there or your head coach. No, be a more proper quackapo a game. And also, woman qualified at that bat. Or give you a bus will be a more temper archers 1 year. No one came to my one hand, Yoma, and some other far man. I say, and to the whole calling and say, will be himself, but I drew say, and Yoma, I am very complicated. And my coach, and Yoma, I am complicated. And my one, and in a bush, and on Poamua, woman draw a the show, and you know, I'm saying I'm out for Subi Church, and I was some boys, certain way, and also I'm a bomb Sarabea, and a man you so I come and Yamo Mino, Brano Peno, you're the update and some other banner, your call and your Bonjuma, what is a Bonjum for my culture, how much economians are, woman and in New Zealand, a man in a Babana, Jeremy Toku, and some Tron in a Trusted Toku, I are available for selection. Now, Sharak Mame, Bonjum defender. When you coach in a bar at your press conference, Aquadano, your fan Brandon Masheli. Now, Brandon Masheli, our press conference, Anna, when we say more body at New Zealand. Now, New Zealand is serious here. Where your more tiny tone was so. Amuya say your opponent, and all the cast eye, and your opponent, ready and Munya do Anna find here near the announce a bunch of Sono, 1 more 2 points, and it's almost one more qualifier. Just one more send there. Nam ba 5 points and only a very guaranteed and I'm a Belgium say woman I'm a New Zealand our just 1 point and a point of film and also I'm a New Zealand a show my yes a Belgium and a qualifying to share a match about that down what do you say now our New Zealand FIFA ranking crown or Amunyadi to move Kwasha Dabi Yentisma player your father sir Brandon Mashali one of some attitude.
Doesn't matter against which country we play, and also not that they are lower on the ranking or anything. So we have to go full tomorrow, and I don't see any problems. We have to play. We have to match their intensity because that's a little bit their way of playing. And if we can match that, then I don't see any problem because we have on paper more qualities than. With all due respect, with New Zealand, but it will depend on the intensity we bring, and maybe we had a little bit less in the game before, but it was a wake-up call, and I think we will be ready tomorrow. Yeah, we always play with confidence.
Some Belgium, one defender, and I'll tell you, getting some Emmanuel pay life. That was sports, a year buffet, and so a Jumadian Safi, Yen Shefty, Yen Gia, Yen Co, a year Portugal. One more match, and so Portugal for no. When was a Portugal man on that are so prepared now? Mammy, a bunch of ones, Bruno Fernandes, I Bumukano Bruno, I have Fernandes, Juana, Bruno, no, on the Dutch as a from our day, a year, a cushion. To the chair, one monitor game. We know the show TV no so no. And yeah, be an opponent to be game. No match no boy against Uzbekistan. And no, and Bruno. And you be a plus. No be a one more some session too sharp. Maybe a pass. Be a wasan kaubo. One more. Be attack. Be a wasan kauko. One call. Any attending. I know. Sorry, attending 20 players. No, you one more say invest a year time. And what game when you say be a born or boy a term fam entiano no da be Bruno nie any one or two guys ana che so mo so ese hwe Uzbekistan match na wo boy ni biam na Portugal for no wo training session across eno ya me no ka say Ronaldo no ani ade o mu nyina so training kama na Portugal here just a bian kurindie o mo so mo top group ni dia ani ya so mo she Colombia ana Portugal man no wo mo so na so mo qualifier bia just a point kwano and some enough now o mo game anyame ya tuma and some na be koso ochena no aya na draw 11:30 ana some match ebe koso o mo Colombia na elbow na uwe table na Portugal to so mieno wo mo 4 inti se obo aya draw against Colombia wo be ko 5 inti be enough and some diamano sa wanya ne sana eba se bia wo luzia emsa oba qualify but opponent abenya no and some ebe bi on to position o ma bi pa na on se da bi obi edin koma wo mo se an ana se Ronaldo an show goala and one no Portugal for no wo mo ntimi money ya see Ronaldo yaka chonsa wono ana ba the first player was a goal it was 6 different World Cup tournament mu wo bia nya bi da bama woni record ntimi nyimfini semane nya yi o ya djuma pa na Pedro Neto edin komo and some our pre-match ana player the first Pedro Neto say fine Ronaldo dia obia ni level obia ni madia see rule and some etimi but ya na bi mu kasa bia Portugal rely on Ronaldo. What's this? Okay, say we rely on Ronaldo. A strong word. The word rely. I said Ronaldo ni wa omuni ho. Akona no mpeso obejiatum. Ronaldo mo shaze na bia. Who say frumo but when you say rely on your strong word but no nyina chi no olobia no hu hia and some other more minor. Yinchi said Pedro Neto edin nkomo.
It's really important for us. But I think the word rely is too strong. We know that if the ball goes to be missed out of the box, the probability of scoring is really high. But of course, we create chances to each and every player on the pitch, and this is what we work for. We have our patterns, we have our way of playing, and I don't think we have that reliability on him, but we have that confidence on it. Cristiano is really important for us.
Ronaldo mu nema mo kase bi omo bi bia to Ronaldo so na chese the word rely no and some a strong word edema wonum eno aye say the Pedro Neto so din come wa Bernardo Peno ye dey update no so the Panama Spain omo goalkeeper ye for say Unai Simon unum sa Simon so dia no wo mu sa Simon so bia Spain aye favorite na wa Spain aye favorite no your country bi e wona wo hia na how pa na sao minus shana na so how individual brilliance be a individual a moment to be another cost a Spain woman so mine na wo sa tournament way when and just so buy a ton in the flesh of a Spain player bang and just so me a Spain enya and Unai Simon say bako Leo Messi mienu Harry Kane miensa Mbappe ebiam si Ronaldo and ebiam no Erling Haaland na just a big boys no woman obobo bom di onti obaso chasa wushia Argentina Leo Messi jinama asem wushia England our Harry Kane jinama problem wushia France na Mbappe bobia wo asem bon po wushia Portugal na si Ronaldo so bobia masa ayam hyehyia nkoa ebiam no wushia oman France Norway na Erling Haaland enso jinama wa wo chechereche unim sadi atiano eno som abesi akona osambo Ronaldo abaso wase Ronaldo tia or the message way ema zero unu obia ni nkyerɛkyerɛmu o love na wo do game akwa control no ni ko se Ronaldo etie de obi kan na nipa bi yesai ena gise Ronaldo yesai asan ya tenatum egise Ronaldo yesai masa wase uni obia ni nkyerɛkyerɛmu bona wa bona love na wo di ade adu no enyo obia de betimi adu salaf ntena wono abosi Ronaldo enso abaso eno aye kakra Unai Simon no wono som bari atutwa ya da hon komo ene diaka ni nyina no enso adeba onum say Unai Simon asem na Pedro Neto akabi no wono so kabi fa Lamine Yamal ene Nico Williams aho because Spain team way wo be ka say the last tournament omo koye na Euros omo koje Lamine ade ball no kwa ehu Nico Williams ade ba anu ohyepa ana ɛna Unai Simon shockingly ɔno nso say ɔno no ɔnye ni na no kura deɛ yɛkasa bi ade bi yɛ reality a ɛwɔ hɔ ɛda di pefe but Nico Williams ɛne Lamine ɔmo nso ɔmo yɛ key na mom ɛne ɔmo ana ɔman no ɛde ɔmo ho ato ɔmo nso na sɛdeɛ amanfo sika na Lamine bɛbɔ bi nti na ɔmo hyɛ ɛne Lamine ni hɔ a tim ni hɔ ɛna Nico ni hɔ ɔmo nyadeɛ ne a ɔsɛ nya saa na tie ɔmo hahamani ɛnso aka asɛm no toto ɔmo ni mpɔ ɔmo yɛ key but ɛnyɛ ɔmo nko na kasa bi a ɛmpunu ɛno ɛyɛ sɛ Unai Simon enso mede ne nkɔm a yɛde ne amteta ne ho kɔmɔ no nyinaa no enso mede ba yɛn shift na afei yɛnkɔ Argentina ɔmo so nkyɛn na Argentina ne Jordan ɛbɛbɔ nyame yɛ adoma ɛno nso ayɛ Sunday ahomakye o na ɛyɛ nomienu adekye ɛyɛ Sunday ahomakye no 2 am and Argentina Jordan bɛkɔ so Jamensa kan sɛ team no ɛm sɛ ɔma fly enso ɛde kɔ na baabi ɔmo kɔ akɔbɔ no bɛte sɛ Dibu Martinez ebe starte ana Julian Alvarez, Giovanni Lo Celso, any player yefano se Nicolas Tagliafico omo nyina no enso ebe starte na se manager ne be ringe changes because Jordan dey say F4 ana chese aye Giuliano Simeone wo benya bia ball Palacios ebenya biabo Nico Pass enso ebenya minute ni biabo Valentin Balco any akotana ye fana Flaco Lopez omunyina no enso ebetumi abam ebia second half na message ya no dey say maka cho say bema Chelsea eye golden boot to kwan bia so no awose bema Leo akoso ginam na wono so bo enso ademo man tebia Leo message be start na bi onyan goals ni wi a wo so aye changes ama bema ba be je na home eno enso ano no na baba kan koda na fa no sa Nico Pals and want some area throw when himself ta some be kan eno say wo mo ye meeting model for say wo ya kam waswate ye hia untibra na ya activate 10 million euros waba ya bia enti na akoda we aye Madrid omu player dia kan se wo pa na wato wo wadwe Madrid for na fa na se omaje omade na momo no se wo ba no mo de sim tie bia be 60 bia 70 80 million bia do mo baje na no pai ana Jamensa kan se Diego Simeone awo coach Atletico Madrid no wo so wo pa Nico Pass on one krom ni na me start na me akra be sere wo bi de 150 banana ya mo say Madrid ho sere na Madrid krade wo mo ho sere chen Barcelona ada boy ayi 500 million mo ba mo de 150 na ba na mo no entiminim se bia Real Madrid ebejai ama Nico Pals adjoine ayi Atletico ana ya mo Tanya wo sere satia no eno nso mba se akọ ewa bone yon come na no pay no eno nso eba na Antonio Rudiger ewa Germany camp ana wo mo sa Rudiger say Rudiger Jose Abao and also Jose Rudiger say mon twemane mbo World Cup ni wie wo bo World Cup ni wie and obestrinke about ne father won say they was describe Jose and say whether they qualify Jose say esiamo aka say bia Jose ayo moja Jose ayo mo papa no and na won Rudiger so say Jose Mourinho ayo no papa into World Cup ni wie and on so start here ayo Jose awon komo na komo na ye kan nyina no pai me be ka say Mbappe na omoba bode ayo Madrid team alias so no yes ya confirmed unim say ya discuss ya yes I wano any fini no as a mentem was bini atena Joseph 4-2 to the one of person bono report amina say said na Mbappe about last season and the last 2 seasons and I said about proper number 9 no yes one more yes system as a system no ebema Mbappe our box no outside more I can say about ball our inside is number 10 one so we nya spaces and what to drive enti our so mo born here celebrate spaces na baba am a branch of say Mbappe and some a shiny adiama aye Josene aye Madrid do team no na and what na ye ka say no don't so mo kan nyam say one be build the environment as environment no e betimi ama ya Mbappe mo tembo pa na je oye ni na chi kwa mo still and so wa bibi eda so woni mu a wo sa papa ni na no e pie ensom adebanti akoda no wo ye ama sutina wono som ade de opabia ensom ademonche na ye kasai manager no ebe ye ama chesa akoda no so timi abomo tempa na Jose Nkoma wodi awo behind aye the scenes ensom ane say sɛ Rodrigo, Vinicius Junior, and afei Mbappe wɔn mu mmiɛnsa no wɔhia wɔn nyinaa sɛ anɔpa me excepts ɛba ma meka kyerɛ so sɛ wɔhia wɔn nyinaa na Shadrach sama me Jose on player ego ɔmo a yɛ lebo sɛ ɔmo wɔ ego anɔpa deɛ no yes sports bite no fama me yɛba bɛka deɛ si ɛyɛ latest no nso so na ego deɛ no ɔbɛ so wɔkyerɛ sɛ watete bi and wakenkan bi sɛ yɛsɛ mo na mowɔ ha no a moyɛ meyɛ pamo Alonso ɛne yɛ pamo Barona Jose de ɔbɛyi sɛbi ɔbɛtwa mo ti Jose ɔbɛkyerɛ mo paa sɛ ɔnyɛ kakae o ana baabi ɔba no hɔ nyɛ slaughterhouse watema ase na ɛyɛ adwuma ɔhia best players no wobɛnya sɛ ɔwɔ best players ɛna ɔmɔyɛ adwuma yɛnsɛntiɛ Jose ne yɛnkansi asɛm so.
Ibrahimovic, what's the secret? You've managed some of so many big personalities, the Cristiano Ronaldos, the Drogbas, Terry, Ozil, Ibrahimovic. What's the secret of managing elite players and personalities? What's the secret to it?
I think is the best problem that the coach can have.
Okay.
To have the best guys.
Right.
The best players is the best problem that a coach can have. We shouldn't be speaking about Real Madrid, but I can just touch in a little point. I read a few things where people were saying Jose Mourinho is coming here and is going to cut some of the top players that supposedly they had some problems during the season. No.
Right.
No, I want these players.
Right.
I want these players. I want the best players. Now I have to find a way to have a team and not to have problems like eventually, I don't know, I'm just reading, that they had in previous
Right.
seasons. But the best players are the players that you want. If you have problems with not very good players, that is a big problem.
It makes sense.
That is a big problem.
Makes sense.
But the big players are the big players.
Can I some to story now? Me dema wa me kasa Rodrigo nom and Vinicius nom and HS Mbappe mu nyina no manager na count on some koda no confirm interview a manager na ya obeso o twese na interview na nyukwa san komo ka Madrid asambat enya basa na wo so mo kan ya Ghana anopa me ka tro so say wo benya nka Madrid e play some World Cup no mu no wo mu lose omo matches na omo call holidays entem na wo mu nya chesa emsa hoden emfa start process na mama de omo busa Jose so pani na World Cup no egusu okoso na uhwe matches ni bi na uhwe bi so a country ban anasa bi a player ban ana so far what surprise on one pan bi a we outstanding and some adema wo de tie Jose o say 10 minutes ground matches ni bi one ma want me hwe 10 minutes or try knockout ni draw e de na bi mu ye wo say teams no do so do ebu one ma hwe 10 minutes and wo dum ni team krantu de wo twam ya do knockout no ye tie Jose on World Cup
Or players at the moment so far have they impressed you? Has there been teams, any players that's impressed you so far in the World Cup?
Look, I have to be honest and say that some of the matches, after 10 minutes, I switch off. I don't like the feeling of. For me, World Cup is the top of the tops.
Okay, yeah.
I know that socially means a lot. Is incredible for every country. Means that the world is breeding football. But one thing is the social side of it, and the other one is the pure sport of it.
Yeah, okay.
It's not possible 7-1. It's not possible 5-1. This is the World Cup. So I think I'm going to start watching properly
In the later stages.
the knockout, because now Brazil-Morocco was a great
Good game, yeah.
Was a great game. Part of that, I had some nice dinners and some nice sleeps.
Wow, Wasumuana, Chessa, manager Jose Basso Chessa, Washa Brazil, Morocco, Nibiana, Chessa, top game, Nemono, I'm sa top match, but Conan so Shebi 7-1. Never J 5-1, I asked him about Walker, Walker with the Abra, your mama, the Agro, to see a show 7-1 and Lucas Walker, Crema Bobby, and no, I said your coach, I didn't come out, yet the Amte, the Academy, and Banano Pino, Jamina was a player for Shuameni. Wouldn't almost had a Bassa Madrid, a open say. One bet to me out Tom Bueno Amanako, Sebasabia Sicana Yanquadia, and a Real Madrid, Ebeja, a yet Shuameni, so Quayano, a Cacrofina Swatepa. Now Madrid, dear, Unsomana Enzo Fernandez, Amari, Dabay, Anna Madrid, a Yania Canas official bet, Abacoma, a yet Chelsea, Etimono, report on the second faith, and a Real Madrid, and Penfono, Yasem, Omaya ready say, one of us submit a Chelsea, a first bet, because I couldn't ever walk up in the morning, or down now, because Bomb Argentina, dear, but what's what say, Sabian, you will be on quantum, not yet clear a year into a punism say king. Umpo just Chelsea na akosobo into also da so monitor seri anyoma no esi ko ewa bra koda no so penintama yade update adema na no pay wo can say somewhere last season be catch us Barcelona wo goalkeeper for the Ter Stegen in fact onwa ana just why captain na kabito kobolon ema Gironya ema obaina me catch us Ayas epeno na Ayas epeno no na yeso obekọ onko ni adebatana metisa South story na me the buyer say few weeks ago no Jamaican can say Ayas then ya close so into ya Mauritania re sanya bia Ter Stegen ebekọ Ayas and answer anya de so obekọ when say bouncer for na mo twen Julian Alvarez stories no kameka cho say dia won say won saka bia na me dia ma dada hwinya mai but anopay no dia eba no say me gada yes one porter was one for document and be am for fan bra now I request to be there free deco because baby adrono report am yan say president na be so den ho jim one wa be so see from one porter who say so one for no man no be me jade am deco no one ho go mare no enkodi e be problem enti one porter e take a charge for a Julian Alvarez and some operation or trainer for one kasa to commissioner be akwada no wo some agere baba now we say Luis Suarez interview no and also a flyer na on Julian Alvarez say ana Suarez say na Suarez say answer on also from Barcelona Qualitico and the rest from Atletico no beso about Barcelona and Luis Suarez say ha adewe ebi 20 pen was so kind of days our Liverpool na o catch Liverpool pen for say woman Jano emanenko Arsenal no so hey young to woman Arsenal na won MCB yo what to be that Liverpool Arsenal derby among Tom Manenko was Steve Gerrard sometime what na Gerrard a captain Emma Gerrard ebe catch and say Luis WWE Arsenal dey wo kwanye yo ha wo dey yero wo na bo eye season ebe bai wo dey so bo season nya ye pa me amene mparfo be kase be din commode ha say Barcelona ana be so kwa Barcelona ya be mo akọ ebi Real Madrid ana be so kwa ya be mo akọ team bi sa ba Munchen entitie Gerrard ebo Barcelona Gerrard ebo Madrid and Steve George some ball aya buying and some ademano na o say onu ankasa o stay here what their chopa epa Liverpool supporters and will be out chow obakaya na some season our part our stay no na I am the best season it will say football and what dema Julian Alvarez no said na no me beka sam Atletico for say omo transfer akoda no beba be patch akoda no ade apology beba no na on say omo kra no masan campaign say teammate ni be full so patcha we bet you the best of the season our Atletico now for moving on and no ana Suarez I don't know example ya say be akoda no betie and as on tie and no kakra frimo and some Liverpool player ya for say Jean Diomande eh me so Liverpool player me so lanze kadia da akoda no Liverpool na abo Cote d'Ivoire wɔn qualify no na odi nkɔmɔ short one a wɔn bisa na ba ɛyɛ ne future no so sɛ ne focus ɛnso ɛni baabi a ne focus no ɛnso our World Cup no so akyɛ sɛ Yan Diomande ɛni a quick one yɛnkyɛn sɛ ma Ivory Coast ni akɔda no wɔde to qualify ne daakye ɛho.
I don't know. I'm not thinking about my future after the World Cup. I'm trying to put all my energy on the World Cup and see what is going to happen after. I can say nothing about that. No, I don't know.
I could friend say Yan Diomande and I'll tell say you're telling some Emmanuel pay live when the show up and also a latest about whom coming in yet the Africa and some Jama Ebiuno. Also, Mabaka Pensa Bruno Guimaraes and you'll be Arsenal. One some up and Mabaka Pena and Aropeno Medibas Afrina Arsenal Omutium Sir Benuso Brazil Camp or Mioma El Coso. One said Jamina said Bruno Guimaraes and so Ariata say Arsenal oba bototo enye nyina ne yetiane hu sankalase zukomo ya double and about say na obo say Gabro Magalhaes etutugu na sum etiri me sankan say Arsenal say omo fetire e de less than 60 million pounds akoi na so less than 60 million no report am me sankan say 55 million pounds and Arsenal wo mo koi Newcastle for so mo tiam sa kwada no woman country be also more ton na omfom sikanko ana se no kwa no se bibi be pusu mo ton enye 55 million pounds and ye to Bruno Guimaraes enti o rejected sa Arsenal woman bid ayere se be Arsenal team no wo be sa kobi ma na Manchester United per winger no on se Crescencio Summerfield ana Everton Bernard Van Salman Ndiaye maka omuni enu asama kira open ena me no ka se Manchester for basa wo mu hwem kana unu sa basa akoda no kra na ye fa no sa Alejandro Balde for aye left no man for no SM Mauritania ma eno so akoso biem a chesa no pe no ye nkoma ye de ba akoda no fa no sa Marco Palestra mekana no picture sa o airport a connect emwa ana dro dia ba drew aye London akoda no ano pe ye se no medical no why de bi kan awie em sa ka final one e was Marco Palestra wano so ewie no sign edema Chelsea team no ana France ni akotana ye fono Maxence Lacroix mekana sam Chelsea Crystal Palace amo boy no Chelsea fana ya taso pa na no pay ye se l'equipe emu nyina reporter ba na l'equipe e de ba na se ehu do mo kan say omo wie World Cup na Maxence Lacroix e be sign e de ama Chelsea e 47 million pounds ana Chelsea betua e de ama Crystal Palace eno ayon koma na no pay ano eno so abani later from the Emra Medema wa baby am no Sabi Alonso no say yes Alonso so nya Nico Pazza opo sanka bi a Chelsea team no nanka omo de Nico Paz enso ababat yabo Mauritania wo say the adembe sa contribute mo pa Enzo Fernandez and bi a Chelsea super Nico Pazza na na matra sra ma dun kon mo say ade no mo so no besi ayana ya makra na fe ya ma bedwafo no mana ya nto aso anano pay live on the show.
And idea, and he number three, shit. Almost a day, sports station, band, I'm walking my see her, or to swap, Ghana hanging on. To me, it didn't say, hey, to me, sports no, to me, Ghana Habakupe, to me, sports no, to me, shit. Fine sitting at them, new thing, take one and so, couple to actually, oh, yeah, you want no. Omo makanyina Steven Michael mokeka ho to me spouse no to me che say to me dia e kire say to me I say to me this spouse no ba e kire say to me na say to me na just say to me fancy and who me delivery na obabi wa ha ne ho abasem ni fie wura say memfa samre no ye fe ni niti latte ebi mu fe no marijata ni fie wura na asoma me etima me kwan na me nko ni fie wura se me meka che ni se wonye sika na wode hwe na asifo twete kiti mabi mo kwa bro chire dia onye no metua ne rent aso niti o rent aso ye ne betua o rent aso enu nti na na mu mi Wontumi sports to say me banama bakata new things or this gonna go gotia Oba take it akwa brochire enti fancy kachira wo bani se wo mamodi na won kotua ne fie rent no na nyesa ye betu no na se ye tunu so dia Wontumi ntina danim
Jokuntani
numero 1 kun ana dia na
se bibia iku
ya boko
Steve
nyame adom bibia boko na
yede radio
microphone no say we no atene enye 83 ja but level na travel no officer Christian also a prison officer wo Ejura I think last Sunday na me refia na pay na me kai was say Oshopa the bia omo hono mo bie no inti officer Ejura okay one baby omo show akwa wapa and NY Barbering also a share new team Kobo match na Ashtown
Kipia
so anapaya mi share
do you don't pack in
okay
but then take your opportunity in share Barbering shops for the washing before na yeah appreciate mo djuma amoye pa yeah appreciate mo djuma amoye
nyamo mo nti asese omunso nti na da bia na yeba
yes of course
so no say kwadofo headmaster
David now me hu ni pa mo awia wan na nukum da o kwale de bia constantly
me say na wo da be 12:30 one sorry 4 da bia woni ntum
de bia yawo the time 1 pm
me ba ha na kapo ba ha na nikum oba tan wa ha na nikum
it
is between which is arranging work.
We just got down your hojuma. We just got your hojuma.
Said one day I hear with that.
I know kunko yen nam kwada so hoyi.
Hey, na nya kunko nam kwada.
Ya onam so otuso ni achacha. But they no nam kwada so no.
Aha.
Me when we kwada so.
Any power achacha.
Be ma kunko.
Ya.
I said wa many hanga.
Na ya ko just come who so o just come kwada.
That's what many days.
That's what many hanga. So they
Apocalipto. No, I say.
So, I cannot really do one minute.
I will need to be so in a born power.
What do you own? Now, what to move for? For with the hang and a share. What was it? Last duty is also the SU say, or no on Casa on Sre. None of me can tell them will be our.
I didn't have a brisk walking. We'll be our one cracker. I ain't your mama comport
Aquirica.
No petition.
Maybe the Oko. Can you get me tree? Me no never got to my walk of Faba.
You bet dumb bruta. Said why drama for cow you were.
Which more die 2023.
Yo, yeah. Hi.
I can be here.
Hey, I didn't have transfer. Wait, to the
transfer my way. No,
when I cough a couple of big in talk in your baby. Need Baba say, be cancel number so
buy out. Mamma no tongue one will watch it. A friend of Matthias here.
For petition.
Yeah, what do you
I want more story in me. Okay, I say. I call the first day. You didn't throw angel top. Some son is I didn't throw. Now time one more for me.
11 years ago.
Bonnie.
I can't tell me what is here.
Can you have one more?
Someone I also said that gradually I'm a channel. Fast 5 minutes. No me call that.
Last time I would be in radio.
I just mako minutes which
me say the man on the Miami is a me recently can be okay to Moya normal for some so Bev near the back. So I don't know, Bev 2010 now new Akabe some 44 minutes via my studio. Now my former programs manager Bishop Chu. Akufi akwa kono jollof abon one ko na de. Obo say can be do come do. 2010 as an American you. Na mkoti TV dia na rest na am start a presentation. Meant me anya 5 minutes.
Ya one be yo no.
Na mako. Na say me. Since then, David.
Yo. Let's see what we find enough say di nkwadua.
Aso mo.
And no, you be discuss blaster hon come back me no bi. So you share for na kakra bi. O ye Kylian Mbappe story say omo pesa o man ball outside the area no.
Yeah, no onya space.
Na onya space. This conversation is more technical. It forces me to have interest in that. Kylian Mbappe pesa o shego. Team na obo mo no be it France or Madrid.
pese o go go no so no ye hye box no go no ye hye box no so we in a free box no dia outside on reason be now then outside. Anybody who says this I try say or analyze Kylian Mbappe in the Warriors on the field. And the Warriors are born out of the profile now. No. Yo, every player be on the profile. When you call Ouattara, no Bokotoko, become Chelsea. The type no. Say o person who feed no or serve no. Now what you want to say? What the ball no to the kind of penetrative pass I am. Ene jai yenya community. Kalu is my good friend. Me chiano baby obia. The profile I may describe it no. He loves to have the ball in the skies because aerially we durable. Durable means on a center back biakwa or not a survival. Every use my head biano, he survives the tussle. Whether shoulder to shoulder, whether obeko answer later no center back and adjoining or so whatever. Kalu Ouattara is a survivor. A drew a soroboa. So he loved to be served aerially. Now become Chelsea in the Kotokobo board. Now we become Namishibi. I think they nasty voice so yeah. Every cross will be a baba box no mu biano. Kalu Ouattara tibe home. They already tip ball 2 goals ego Kotokonet. Justice Blay our field no so watch Ruby. Mubarak mo watch on movie. That is the profile. But yes, I found another attacker. Near Shakon, no super say, yes, 7. Yeah, Obi tell you, super 7. Also, another one go through. Now, Hazard,
form.
So, every striker be on the profile and actually how he has to be saved. Yes, so no. Yankopon just strikers in me be a bro. O 7 so me good. O 7 form so me good. Suarez ho. Lewandowski ho. A far from a smooth. A fast sort of a pemache. But let's talk about Kylian Mbappe and then Leo Messi. As forwards in the context of a moment PF box remember outside, you know. Yo. So far Kylian Mbappe now for Leo Messi. We will say one question per how many times or how often and Kylian Mbappe didn't ahead the ball. He has a good height. The more than power. But do say and the woman is say Mbappe didn't tap him ball to net. Oh, discuss headmasters are. What Mbappe beko hobia na. Leo Messi is a forward. But how often and we didn't see a bobo Hazard ya me body you know or you forward but how often and Hazard didn't see bobo but these are all natural goal scorers are on any day mujina crown or turn the ball to net now sorry but they love to be served in the half pockets because of Jenny said who has seen center back you know but on the two center back in the bully no because they have low center of gravity. Leo Messi ewo from one who pay free ball no so a difficult. Hazard who yin free ball no so a difficult but when you jump across rope on JT on Chiellini on Ramos on Varane those microphone nyina be bully no until Leo Messi had that no a odi agini dia ye ka say oh Messi had the boss na kan fie a true but how the compete Leo Messi
free header
Ferdinand the trainer no na Messi was so da Vidic crowd no kan frame no. So you know be the quay, but where a center forward has to tussle in the box and fight for chances. Kylian Mbappe on yes no. Now, look at this picture. How I telling you Messi?
Yeah, obi no free header.
Bapa only Rio Ferdinand enko pepe. Obe so no. Name born that from no Rio Ferdinand no so kwa. It's just will chat Leo. Into be able to strength. Now more technical angle of Kylian Mbappe profile and say. Yaw, on Cavani abo, on Giroud abo, on Neymar, Leo Messi, Munina abo, Karim Benzema abo, it's only Vinicius money to us. But Macatro says strong kind of star no. Nemum his attacking principles no, he applies about 70% with pace. 70% of the 100% of the goals no, she 70. And you free outside air bar. No be finish ball no. 30 na kan you ujina na ball na ba beto no. He travels with the ball or ball the ball in the bar. Ball no mameto no. Pacho what come on say.
Yes.
Now oko box no mu dia. Usually no. Yeah na just a ball no ba beto. Shevchenko, Crespo, Inzaghi, Chikarito. Oh Zancroft no. Ball na mo ball no nyina no mon kan game no. Chikarito pay free box man. playmaking activity bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọba bẹ́ẹ̀ Inzaghi pie look let's start here yɛhwɛ bɔɔl no Lukaku mo kɔmɔ nya bi mmɔ wɔ Inzaghi mo time no Inzaghi mo Shevchenko mo time no Crespo mo Hernan Crespo kai no but it's two time ammoa Hernan Crespo ɛwɔ Argentina team no mu no mo but two said because Syria no Batty goal was super
yeah.
Hernan Crespo was another serial killer no go ne shepa all these strikers in no omo different profile na France for analyze we say Kylian Mbappe e box ma won ka game no ho he feels idle majority part of the game no on ka ho chance ne ba na the asa akoba ba akokre hadwene ne say so box no mu a Olise na afa ball no odu box no abonten ho outside the area no e no pia hye tu gire ho na watwe center back na kwa ha
Olise ni momo fa
Olise ahye okay nye Olise obo se bakola so frase heba ono so mu biema no a otumi hye Ousmane Dembele similarly exactly from me and Sano are primarily omoni Kylian Mbappe bo no omo nyina ye creators omo say finishers with the exception of Ryan Cherki ono de on time she go kese on a natural playmaker omo maka nyina ye hybrid they score they create so on krofo no e ba ya omemo abre rough because onu go ni hye opewasem ofili obema baako oba mienu oba miensa utiri ye na o hye de obenya mu confidence obotugu ya de aka nya oba obebo na de ahye. But to get Mbappe involved in the game, no, omo twina pie a free box no, so that tactically it allows these guys to also have a say in the box, so that you all can also have a say outside the box. That is flexibility offensively.
So no na Jose Peso or your Madrid no.
A distribute defense pia. Mbappe pia Vinicius aba inside.
So technically, so we share San Euro ne bia. Abetu dwase bia won person mo yema no na san or back left ho na Vini na invert
all round obako Vini ho obako soro
free roll
yeah Vini would accept it. This canker it is probably Jose with a treaty, but looking at France team no building about Madrid France attacking no about Madrid France attacking no quality players in Mbappe to Gigi and them said you no ni Giroud mu bono Gigi dem no Olise ni Bobby. Olise ball had na Oma Vinicius Mobi. Dembele you go be show France. The system allows these players to function around you. What you say? Instead na say Madrid obeka ko change it back to the na me wono me no me run me per right or na me invert ya ba inside na makele no. You need to respect the system. Na no kwa na coach na boa say men stay in the box. Who stay in the box o me you free mu center backs no be how. Two, wa kasa be free game no game no mutembe wa Hurricane o free baby Thomas Partey wono a odwen so obefa ball no aba oba na Thomas ne na ba na che so ne attack ni ntem asawa Hurricane ni attack ni ntem asawa o gina ho so ball no emma. So this conversation is more tactical na madwene kire me se ebeboa Mbappe pa ebeboa even Madrid whole attacking setup no. Want me anya ne sa na aka so onko gina box no mu yaw every time bia no opponent ne ma kini wi a you now be yes looking at say other players in Emra game no one Laporta so no be take over in Alvarez deal no there's a day now you didn't come say ya na me catch say yaw o de fan come na atiefo nyina edi no ento ho na mum said ye hu football on the street here discuss na ma men kama dwene emfa Alvarez no boy no obeba na ne ba no some of the processes in the best in say obesoro soro no nyo no pe he is a calm boy who knows or quiet but Barca for no friend Alvarez will say he's around 23-24 just verify for me on the catch there say baby out in a wusi akan if you continuously stay there
26
see atisumpo 26 years on the catch there say my friend oh he 28 years 29 years on how o prime na wo say no o meka kire no and you discussing community 26 year striker Alvarez ne prime your time be
with me above 4 solid years
so far one Alvarez prime o ba bia o free Argentina na buy o buy no nim ba bia Man City o sika Man City o big coach Man City o quality players o ma fa no ma convince no o buy na hala ne ball he feels as a so ball but am Brazil nti woni nam team no mu atwamre papa and o international duty o mo kofre one cripple bi disable omo ni di nkomo an o ka kire say edipa me dwan o wiase pa Pep Guardiola and Alvarez ne Enzo Fernandez mo sere said na odwa me boss o say na no ma bobo no bi o de onyini say o ye good say Haaland no na I swear my mother and my father Pep Guardiola ma unya ba no bi mo na o kono ko ka kire say o ye good player o ka kire no Alvarez buy an obebo na adwene de kire Pep na Pep just because on what you know internet so say
omuhu kind bi pa omuhu pa
and diplomatic
said you one will beat me send the link ema no ono anya obewo bia na damfo bi na busuani bi obe forward the link ama no
true not the Pep position say obedum de na guy ne kan say oh no Pep is a good coach oh is there no I am okay I am happy udi wo su kra join him but when yes I did no so and my boy no keke kan do be keke ni nyina oba na Pep say no no so me kra me ko na okon no sa ko to simieni ho a reservative coach ye kokra na you wa fase no ye coach ni say Carlos Queiroz wa fase ni simieni ye players no kokra no ayiri ni jesim ye je ball na so bomba ba ko na mo follow the kakra bi say ana mo de because aba that system is really retrogressing Alvarez in the growth oni Lukman omu game ni and komono ba kumie no miensa and when we say an Argentine a South American player wants to play for Barcelona ya oten komono say an Argentine a South American player onyaka so babo Barca ne Madrid ni bia ya oten komono say obeko they say boy na soro now they can be catch them say be catch us say story dey me doubt ya obeka say Argentina match ya omuko boy ya tete say
owi obeka
say was na wo tigana wat na no simi ni de won tin for boy no ntwi na mu na ade story na ya o ka kire say obobori onkoboyo baba plan only when the plan wo fancy da wo hefa
I was Barca for no trying to say obey bibi na wan kasa after the game also or publish a statement after the game me who story I thought say be AI later na me call sa Argentina journalist no na mu say no boy na kasa
to be very honest Barca for no share chire kasa betwere we wajibe delete pictures bi o bia sana game ni ti o Pogba no ni ya turo no na kolo turo no do pinchichi chom ni ya na clubs ni nim bo pani we be bobo no asemi ya make local players na kwato mo bo pani we betimi abo 90 minutes amaye bo pani we na medical team no e de wa sha kukurukuru no abebo no bobo no ya some days years some months later na this game is dark officiating is dark medicine is dark transfers is dark this is the football game I discussing etu omo ani abom pa ye ni abo cross you be a field no so ni abom pa ye pa ndi abo but ye ya ye no so ya ye Barca Fonisha Alvarez every now and then let's command the pictures ni free why you no munya de mo kire no
for players say na wo ka say na won just story ni ndi no now be we game we say the best wo ho de mamu nyina na ye transfer what can pay you
this statement we know what Madrid play a international tournament ye bo wie no no na we interview I say Madrid for me catch them say the beboa mo ne beboa me ye beboa ye tu no e ya wori jaye yo no kra no conference ne sa the beboa me no nyina e ya wori jaye ye tete ntem no bi anko because me ba me nya akoma pani agene pa me bobo no obitima ka say a Madrid kra no international duty in place so to me from Zamomra or the Brazil for now on Vinicius Madrid they have their standard they no man ko Barca no because now see the PG see be name free and sem no e da so me yo makoma mu sa deal no me wait so Barca for me ti mu wait so kra ma mu zeke 600 euros and no na ni mo ha me yo I tell you one Laporta can name akwanko ke ko bobo sia for fraud be ye Sandro Rosa, he didn't understand the move. And to any day in day out, you say, "No, man, papa, sorry, Barca for Koba. We are away. Corner bar, but house, so baby crying.
Corner there, be our new fee me and work as the Delphels there.
Yo,
oh, that's new, Mesa, Bray.
Yes, interestingly, you better transfers near better World Cup in the soccer car. Any the way our system city a movie the Koba Mamisha same free World Cup no need a be transfers and now Germany lose to Ecuador by 2-1 I saw a very angered Julian Nagelsmann. Nanebu Fupa. To also to Tunisia. And this morning, report coming from Germany even indicates say on person mope kwam should drop him and ya.
Now makes hard decision. I must be frank with you. Mantiasi da ebisine because okay say okaso are retire no. There was a tournament as a my friend was say wa retire. But a World Cup there on Ukraine man testigan and mian slotty when you say slot to Germany no. Hwebo bi ebu anahye no ya.
And the issue is there are certain players and on the new Canadian common catch us a football BBI or dark side to it. Yeah. Including even player selections for major tournament. Yeah. Including player selections for major tournament. You are discussing how Neymar got into the Brazil team. Sa kwa na so na so peso hunu de ntia ma no ya ko mu a sa kwa na so bi. Iti oma discuss so mo pe kwan yi na friwo. But you see, sometimes certain results are a blessing in disguise. Yeah. When you say since World Cup 2002, obi a waje World Cup ni bia no ma wanya 9 points when the group stage or they akonanim. After Brazil in 2002, teams on Magic World Cup ni obi amfa 9 points in the PFA group ni. 2006, Italy ni United States of America board draw. Ni anu amu na group. 2010, Spain lose in the first game. 2014, yani Germany board draw 2-2. Ghana and Germany. 2018, France a draw to Denmark. 2022, Argentina lose to Saudi Arabia. So, only through 2002, deba no champion of the World Cup or of the world.
Another 9
points. A PFA group. So there may be a cause for alarm, but there is hope. And I'm try to be quiet when me handle learning about Germany. Any funny thing about how Omo World Cup history BCT here. Now me remember one of me say after every 12 years of Germany winning the World Cup will be Omo kobo the final lose. Every 12 years, say Germany G World Cup and 12 years later. The same World Cup in the Germany ball final.
So ball final 2014. AJ.
Date ni ye. We come new year.
12 years ni.
12 years muani. 12 years muani. And actually 12 years mu pepe pani omi.
To bet me abo final na lose.
Bet me abo. And the funny thing is the final they lose be ano so no mu lose final ni to a South American team.
Okay.
Germany J World Cup in 1954. Ombe another final in 1966. How many years?
12.
Germany J World Cup 1974. Ombe final BM in 1986. How many years?
Yeah.
12. Germany J World Cup 1990. Ombe final in 2002. How many years?
Yeah.
12. Omoji 2014. Or 2026.
South American countries now, so your Colombia home,
your Argentina home, your Brazil, Ecuador home, Brazil home, Argentina home.
Yeah, my Argentina.
Yes. Argentina home.
Uruguay so crowd.
Uruguay so home. And the funny aspect is sometimes no matter World Cup ni na Turkey qualify for World Cup. 54 there was 1966 there was Turkey. Obama behead 1986 there was Turkey. Overhead 2002 there was Turkey. 2026
na take you home
that is it can be coincidental. I'm not saying say enu but football was a funny way of making coincidence become something in the hole and it's a day. I'm just hoping this is another coincidence, but it's literally funny. And then no more results no munya and no crowd make come back and bizarre say no. But it goes down to who wanted it even more. And I think Ecuador stepped up. No munya points in they are qualified. Germany looks almost relaxed a little bit. And then you're head to head now. Me sure say Bianca Ivory Coast will try and score more against Curaçao. Okay, go difference now. Come back try more and more. But more part two any better. So meet my because of late currently now Brazil Japan. Yebenya Netherlands Morocco. Maybe Netherlands game so. I think for Ronald Koeman, there are a lot of doubt around me. Ronald Koeman may want doubt say Okobo big game or bet me be the Etiaomo. But I don't remember the last time a Holland bar tournament or strike a fat tournament in a bomb or the boat. They said yeah, Brian Broby. Yeah, or my bar tournament with Ruud van Nistelrooy. Or my bar tournament with Robin van Persie.
Yeah.
Holland and Kasa, Netherlands and Kasa, they are not short of attackers. Patrick Kluivert. You bet me about Bodina, almost strikers and Kasa no almost Marco van Basten. I dear friend center forward no mum. Let mum. And then Nippon only did the lines in the skin color.
Yeah. Broby.
And the story is only related on the background can put more of a Ghanaian. This is a player Onye Munyam Holland Hono okuta the same story as Romelu Lukaku in terms of how they see him.
Okay.
So the story of Romelu Lukaku in previous years, no person say. So Bobo na so shego ebejom ni. So Bobo na sankuya your friend is free Congo. And Osama when you know Kopaka just a request for the passport near her in the age in a corrector because also change the age. Ni a pan on the milk no dia. But we dey pan on the milk. Name the beautiful story is a dream even I asked him no that one share no yes we dey on no player papa. E Ghana ni man ko boma Ghana. Name do be share no say ayi bro be aba party no. Bro will have to play for the national team. And at this World Cup, center forward say Edu Omudi nyina say de be eba na ebo Haaland di ala meboa. Ni ebo Kylian Mbappe di. We are mentioning different attackers, but I think he has done a brilliant job for the Netherlands. Ko faso use the body. He's going to be the trump card for the Netherlands going forward in this tournament. Yeah, ne tak ne din.
Brian Broby there.
O tak o bre.
Yeah, o fan o yes center back o
be bre o be mo abre o be yadwuma. O be call with him. Also those days bobo yes be koni mu. We no be na call with him. O be stretch and I love it that they are relying on him because the last World Cup omukoya Louis van Gaal at the Netherlands score 2022 no. Na Kodi Gakpo and I almost starting forward. Brian Broby shene say when team nya World Cup ni bianco. You see there are two attackers in this World Cup. Omumi stories here very funny gakra. Okay 2022 na Matheus Cunha kwatete da echi na Osuma ama say yam frena ama na World Cup ni bi. Fast forward he's playing the World Cup. Was 3 goals there ma Brazil. Then there's Brian Broby who felt say na when they 2022 crack ko Broby crack betimi aboy. Then fast forward he's leading the line. Kodi Gakpo body role as a left winger. And I think he is going to be the masterpiece for the Dutch national team at the World Cup. Ma pen a ball no World Cup we brutal. You World Cup winning na was a movie called different level. And I think there's a reason why Erik ten Hag was so much enthused about him. But a lot of us didn't know. The back to goal. I think those kind of strikers no na a referee system. There were few ones and almost at top level. Did Drogba or the Nechini that no say no the bonnet general than one abone ba. Then Yabenya Romelu Lukaku no sabe bisa. Ellen Haaland on your side we say be. By getting a striker of this type at the World Cup stage, doing so well, me mona baso when the money mona all bon yaw. He's doing so well. And now Morocco no a fear match. Because Morocco in Netherlands, there are a lot of players are also Netherlands or Ebesi Academy Morocco a fear match. Brazil and Japan gives us a solid encounter for these two teams. It's the World Cup is shaping up, and then you maybe home better also. But for City to fork out 100 and it's not the word you are meaning, but I think I have to rephrase it. Yeah. For City, so Omube Yiska to cough up. Sorry, pa. And yet the word now would drain me pessimism, but I don't want anybody to think differently. So for City to cough up, 130 million.
Almost say for now the
yeah. When you are you see, in the transfer market, the selling club always has its price. Because Manchester United saw Jadon Sancho for 70 million euros. Not Dortmund a control 13 times, but said there be 75 near Dons Kakra. Germany for a type of side, must sign player for 90. Germany for me catch is player and one sign for. Everyone wants the supporters to feel like they've gotten the best deal. It's not time for us to say, Yajim 130. See to suit to tell what you say, so 116.
Say 116. Say 130 million. Is Elliot. What's the amount?
No. But the current trend of the market.
Okay.
You see, but City ankasa no wow you coach obia no you have the luxury me sure Enzo Maresca itina na otafre na no pa adwuma na ye ne ntem no City ti 60 million koto Tijani Renders onya bi mo sa wo almost at another be 60 to 65 koto Nico Gonzalez ono so buy no pra onya bi mo City asati 130 million pounds asa ko fa another midfield at the number it is City midfield options or Tijani Renders or Elliot Anderson or Rodri and at the same time also Nico Gonzalez omu nyina abo obi no less than 60 million pounds say City sabo no mu so kra sa koja Rodri na Rodri ka so so kwa City besa coffee out be 85 million to 90 million pounds akofa Tonelli sa de na account.
We say as United money is kentina mo can.
Oh, there be. This is not even about Manchester United. Sometimes nice comparative way no. United to the baby omo don baby omo nyomo. Na mu baby a City gina say no. That is the reality. So manager bi on be fa na dwuma bia no. You have the luxury. Oh, the luxury. You better the amount. But the adwuma no ehun komo na beba. You see, Guardiola earned that. Yenteni Guardiola or earned that City. And I'll cast up no one farmer now from farmer because under Guardiola, City has become a force to reckon with. City are just treble meboa under Guardiola. City echo 4 league titles or Gini na meboa. City the 100 points at the league. It's a Guardiola boa. No cast me pay we munko fast mesi na obentefo from Fanembe ayawe any day. So back of Faba. But Enzo Maresca with the pressure brainy brutal. Ya bro 130 million. Now already pressure crab also for Enzo Fernandez there. Ejuma de bi aba pa Newcastle for ni mias na for na kakra na person mo buru no kofa Guimaraes. I think there is an agreement between Arsenal and Guimaraes. There is an agreement
for between the club and the said player.
Yes. Kenya Saka Arsenal enko tested the waters. And I think it's going to be a brilliant signing for all 28 years. Newcastle best stretch. And I'm listening to Woody say, I didn't know Newcastle here. No. They just want to get the best. Omu Piscani baby in a dear free deal, so they will sell. I don't know media and a person more confusion to Portugal team in the Munyai. That is my last story. The Oka net to story now.
If the ball goes to be missed out of the box, the probability of scoring it's really high. But of course, we create chances to each and every player on the pitch, and this is what we work for. We have our patterns, we have our way of playing, and I don't think we have that reliability on him, but we have that confidence on him. Cristiano is really important for us, but I think the word
Janevis Ediabai, Osi Ronaldo is just another player. Anna after Janevis is Nancy, no, I want to reference the three. We got 3 players in this sound common at the Atwaso. Then we also be using the word. This team is not overly reliant on Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, in the context of the discussion, Omu ya madena ko ese we mu pe Ronaldo asem. Yes. The media is trying to create a fracas around the Portuguese team, trying to insinuate to say we mu pe Ronaldo asem. But I don't know more you so Ronaldo. They don't want it to be a Ronaldo team. I do meaning how many times you want to explain it to people. Current Portugal team cannot be a Ronaldo team at the age of 41. No. And it even brings the best out of Ronaldo. A year be free Ronaldo so.
Okay.
So Ronaldo
so contextually. Say
it's a psychological thing.
Players na machine no more said e be pressure na free Ronaldo.
You finish so let Ronaldo relax and play his football.
Okay.
As a Ronaldo and Shego na Ronaldo anya bibia na afi omo de ni nyina be tata Ronaldo. You nyina so e hebo ni say Ronaldo 40 years equal 41. So why should the Portuguese team still be about Ronaldo and still be putting pressure on him? E so mo kobobo bia na Ronaldo ye passia Ronaldo as a bibi we say teamwork bia Ronaldo there be Ronaldo no so mpesa na no say free kick no un dey jama Nuno Mendes Ronaldo no so mpesa. I think the fans are trying to over exaggerate things and over imagine things about the original actor of the game. No, now Ronaldo doesn't need to do a lot of things to cement his legacy. Ronaldo in your Portugal team need to be the main man to cement his legacy as the best ever player to have played for the Portugal. Oh yeah, let us not be doing a lot of things. What to the seed of Kai? Seriously, Ronaldo doesn't need to do a lot of things at the World Cup to be known as on the record holder. He has paid his dues. We're trying ye, and nobody born in him. We're trying Marca, Nina, Mame, Ronaldo, Ayana, family. He has done it. So let's nice and more assuming a lot of things about Ronaldo. I said Ronaldo team that he doesn't need that.
Okay, Mate. Wow, Ashara family, what's up? Landscape, my phone and done in Chemu. Many phone straight. Man done in Chemu. I record day of video, baby. I will, and yeah, baby. I would see a free nafi. What do video no and so abanti. What's up line in it? 0203 682641 0203 682641. Not just say what record do video. Eddie, but later on the show. Steve.
Yeah, what I say? I think, sir, the Portuguese national team media officer, no, he's underperforming. We heard a series of interviews. He's underperforming. Sometimes situations like this in the place, in the new in Mukasa, it is sometimes you can't assess or monkoka because although who share media anymore. Potentially questions on Mebusa. So you ask the boys behind the scene, sometimes say we a media officer, we are smarter. Sometimes you stand in the media. Thumbs up to you.
Jordan about just let's go.
Yes. We don't Harry me say me born about on that. Senior oh yeah, dear. You should say, oh yeah, Juma. Sometimes, we media and once they ask their questions and you use your eye gestures. So we dear answer, we may answer. The media officer for Portugal is not doing a good job. But as I'm not anything, I brought for Casa where they know you see us rely. Shadrach made the pictures be as a notice. Portugal share 43 goals in the qualifying round for the World Cup. You really qualifies and Erling Haaland at top here with 16 goals. Portugal team no they share goals kesena Ronaldo or share 5 goals. Bruno Fernandes no Mama Karams almost share 3 goals each if my stats in correct. You see near Messiah kind, that is exactly the picture the boys are trying to paint. Say it should be a collective team for us to win. My culture that World Cups, any tournament, since I'm starting share ball, you don't win with best players and our top player. Na be you need to have a team. A team then say every facet of will be a juma ye. So if you say they rely on him, if that say Ronaldo and and the out of 43 goals, now Ronaldo share 5 strike percentage, Obon say fem kakra, say a team na ye juma no mo koen. But at the same time, you don't have to overburden a 41-year-old. So no name check a dominant. Oh yes, sir, you not be fair to Ronaldo. Because he has paid his dues to the nation.
Wontumi.
Now, almost a team, no? Okay, Euro 2016. Euro 2016, that was the nanny show. Ntikocheki Euros no from the group stage. As a group stage, I think someone win the game.
Or draw me and
no qualify.
And I say rules.
Yes.
I'm saying this.
Yes, no money. Iceland, another team being and some more. Yes. It took the last game or the second game. Now Ronaldo shared 2 goals. But Nani, that tournament, he was very key together with charisma. But when Ronaldo in the final, the game minutes that mattered most in the history of Portugal, somebody stepped up and they won. With Ronaldo being on the bench because of injury.
Yeah.
So they had to be a team then. Or as that tournament in the year, Pepe eko no ho papa but because of me see me be we as nipa miensa pe ene me hu so mo odom CR7 Michael Jackson and Shatawale. When you talk of numbers, they have the pull factor. A unique about them. Nyame de nyoma be bring na hinte nipa mu. Ebi mu de any different. Into Ronaldo no our numbers. Because of senior yen nyoma. Shatawale no one number because many can relate to the style no. Nipa miensa we. Michael Jackson, CR7 and Shatawale. Numbers. Even in 2016, it wasn't the Ronaldo show. It was a Portuguese show. Yes. A black man from nowhere. One in a man Ronaldo fought trophy new also. But for him, it would have been a different story. So their boys in a canon say, Mr. Mo, sad narrative I'm mo drag it on. That we don't need that at this tournament. We need a team effort. Into a car say he's just one other player. It is true. Ronaldo is another player in the Portuguese team. Same as goalkeeper Diego Costa. He is another player in the team. A collective unit are more fighting for the cause. Into a seminal, so one tear say Yabaka say, and Kodani Muadie and a Hesenia Wimu Wawa. Messi, we an interview, no, I say with my teammates. So what then is Messi? He's another player in the team.
Okay.
So Ronaldo is equally another player in the Portuguese team. So they are not disrespecting him. But the players want them to stop that narrative. Sanya Baya Portugal team umonye. So man to me anye bibi en free ma. Yaba tene chiri mrebi yaba ka say na ukutawe went me anye bibia. Hwe ya juma we grow in it. Intina meka say idea of the Argentine team playing for Messi yam pepa no.
Wontumi.
Because you maybe wa na yentiase sa na ne be fa no back then. Opa ne picture out in 2015 of final share obesre because the nina be to HD 4K nti back then picture no enya ofabiem
adani the man who feel
because now you were not exposed to a higher grade nti yete ho na yete messias oh no mo bo dabi nti sana we mu de nete. So we remaining as a team, they have a chance to win. Support if you're a year, France team no. They went as a team. But so you individually the see baby bless my 2 December Caucaso anymore and neighbors he bet me on the street.
Another unsung hero.
Yes.
That was our World Cup anymore.
Bless my
2D.
Rafa Varane no jinem. Omo keeper na yan.
No go.
Yes. But who you know na me body way go bet me we cry. Sana mo beka no. So teamwork will always make the dream work. So what I say, into that is what Engrano they are trying to avoid that. But the media officer needs to speak to this boy. You are not answering questions about Ronaldo. Anything Ronaldo, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Ejuma says so because Ronaldo know numbers. Nia ubusa question no person who say interview no crowd busa asem no way. Or no so grown in numbers.
Tell me them fool say ya no mo so I so mo dey ton.
Yes. The media house no ya hwan we no kobusa e. Into Ronaldo no twedom. Same as Michael Jackson my man Shatawale. I love these 3 people. But menye a disciple of Ubisa. Unyo maybe wo ho awe ya me fe. But that does not mean say nti nya obe bia na meji to. No. That is not how I roll. Yeah, now,
media officer no meeting I sign the actual plan, but plan award the boss of the kind of a can. What you ignore no kind of
for instance, the road there can Jose interview na Mereno. He was like, was a Jose the Oba press conference and saying, "Really be any so Jose be me news MA dia call." So a blue one man also one is the media officer and spend just 2 minutes, and yet. Ebi bisa say akuka say ebi bisa but say 2 minutes na ye say media officer na brief no so na o twi dey bia no e busy with training but a story when e dey e kopa nti say bi o mu busa wa no nkwa ba so abeyi ano what must say ebi onim one why busy with training so onim stories are week no a fly see media officer na be training so you can real tell so in case obi ko bisa wa no so be say ya no so no need 2 minutes but boys ni bi on so I just say we can preach on what to say and what not to.
A true pa we still free but more of an insider knowledge.
Yeah.
Because on say you man no ni room no kan wasem say the other guy is sleeping no and no kan. But miss me who where e bia me around coach bi or you change bi me say question beto. Now I not discuss it but question not to you know. O share the news straight hoping say obeso but emotions no wo mu no
obeso kan.
Yes. Mama check papa coach Adote. Na one example na me ma no. Sometimes they want to just express her no kakra.
Mo say push you to the wall.
No mo push you but oh baby o jana o share the news straight. You know say he has to have it. But Kobenya no so am say no had him person chira ha kakra no. E bia ho na amaro no.
The coaches no you see o dey Mama Henry video no. Baby a see no. The reason Henry came in quickly and he said miss zone into anybody at all they can ask him unlike a presser there you have time to talk to them but miss zone no be able to make bibia into quick enough odru oti and let's go because we've not prepped for that question.
Yeah.
So yes.
Oh, what it Sharak mama bite na mama sound na yenti Jordan there no dey tie.
Jed Spence refusing to shake hands with Jed Spence refusing to shake hands with
Jordan and Kobe Yano. So media officer and pay problem beyond. Yeah. Let's go.
A very distraction. So and on them prepare for that question. Because we were just after the game and will be a who picture no. The picture na sem no be busa no. Media officer no but at that moment every game no he has not had time to speak with them so therefore I was say okay. So these are the things. Even with the coaches no we leave coaches to talk about things are tactical but any other conversation coach can say we need the tune concede and the assembly so that these are the other tricks that we use sometimes.
I say be more say Portugal boys no respect it. But from the now come account be so no minim say saa na tie pass bia o boys na pese omo yi pressure free Ronaldo so they are fine. Yeah. But once I'm make us say Pedro Neto kaso say ubisam say you guys rely on Ronaldo na ka say bia the word rely no are you too stronger. You've relied on Ronaldo for tournament be amakuko kwa no one ke bia nkamfa but say the moment kan saa na boys no no don't get me wrong. That's a sign maybe omo ye dia and you fine.
Yeah.
Say be ye pressure the free so.
Yeah. Every football team no go see Amashe Ronaldo or he how we be su ni nyina no obi na ball man no bosh.
Yes.
So he has also relied on somebody's assist to score the goals. But support to go game no share 5 goals. Now Ronaldo share 2 3 no how many share. So it's team effort. They can rely on each other. Say new team, new wow, I'm fine. I can't do this. But without him, they were the heroes.
But I don't know he shouldn't even assign it, even though they can be true.
Yes.
But he shouldn't even assign it.
That is
I don't say out of
yes.
And that make us say media officer, and that is where I feel on your you may be. But the Omo say, let's focus on the team and get the job done. Because 41 there. Now some more youngsters here, more Champions League back to back. If you are still relying on Ronaldo there, then you are not in the best place. He has the record of scoring most goals. But baby Ronaldo Edu, and they said they own an anchor pension. Do you expect him to pay your school fees again?
So Ronaldo pension.
Oh, baby, that's a boy very active.
Baby
active.
Oh, you're very active.
But the Nassar G League now.
I'm not saying so on G League, but baby, I would dream. Any papa, no iron. I didn't be now expecting free run or Bobona fancy ultra out him say a lot of the sharpness in the core, and now you are not seeing that. Born out shade 2 goals, one more true pass beer. And Americana Tetidiano or go back on it.
Well, Kelly say Portugal scored 9 goals in the 2016 tournament, but Ronaldo had 8 goal contribution.
Yes. Inti unya 8 goal assist.
8 goal contribution. So goals and assists and
yes. Inti we assist ba ko na say yeah na say whatever way.
Wontumi.
So assist be. It's teamwork. So at you say. Inti ma told ma wase me fa pen ma okra. My ring. Production. Because at that moment you needed it. Inti a team sport and boxing.
Yeah, but the Bruno no. You saying the press
after DLC game no. After DLC game no. So obi ahwe bi. Fa compare Uzbekistan and Bruno.
Yeah,
towards Ronaldo.
I mean there was change.
Now I don't know make can dey say because unu no wo now say the ball down who you ceiling fan
no kwa na hu ya me say why highlight this asem na but the omo to no why not quick enough to score already you are talking about
Bruno dey no enye sa dey no kwa go back and watch matches at Bruno no run national team Ronaldo bemwa
I say last no Ronaldo for the go bia sa go na say
me say aso munya so the ball na mo omo dey man say na eyo omo ye o den
na Ronaldo shoot guy I say ya
who feed him kwa dey odo go e dey bi
sisi e ba bia Ronaldo
ono Bruno no nka no krese against Uzbekistan na unuam ye bi buy Ronaldo at the right place no kwa ba bi o free buy and secondly onu Bruno no bo true pass ma Ronaldo e dey na see
yeah
ba hwe
abasha
ba ko bi asuru say na fei na Portugal tag born free box man na no answer the ball
and Gonzalo Ramos no so crash we bibia no aka say strike on say man no ya dey na Steve okay better goalkeeper to Kobel no na Kobel no what is back Nobel etwo the second by Ramanama omu de man no wa de na akwakoye but we de ni obi antinachi Rafael no tinachi o
yeah it's Ronaldo some boys in a now Gennaro Gattuso baby o will be and also pains will be the dware or pensionings will be dware because he has committed a grievous sin against Africa. Gattuso said Africa should have fewer sports because none team ne bread and they Africa call World Cup now for the first time an African team and a Brazil will group only in the same points. Yenya 7 African teams are potentially they can still qualify to the next stage of the competition. World Cup we know a World Cup for African to prove and I say make a bold statement or say we are more than capable enough. Yeah, for a continent that has produced golden boot winners, Tony Abu Ajibi in the Bundesliga, Obama Nyamo Ajibi in the French Liga, Ubenya Shabani Nonga from DRC winning the top scorer award in the French Liga. In the Syria, we've had Victor Osimhen winning the top scorer in the EPL. So it means that it is a continent that is rich in quality and talent. Umetimi ayade. But Africa talent na yenyan a disappoint here when you call the global stage now. Now, Osha baby a yedri and in the last round of games, Africa potentially ebetimi as many as 7. So baby Africa drew there. I'm expecting Africa to make a big statement.
Okay.
We saw DRC, we saw other countries. Omo Capo Verde. And the talking points are World Cup no. Ivory Coast against Germany. Yehu boy. Yenya Capo Verde against Spain. A favorite to win the World Cup. Kevedo. The first time at the World Cup, so maybe I'm trumpeting the African card.
Mate,
say we need to go far over this competition to make a statement to say we are not just there to add up to the numbers.
Mate Steve, may I say, ba new.
Yeah. Yeah, Eba, maybe I cool.
Aye.
I could play out more trade another time. The Blasters, they've given us some great hope. Say. Against all odds, so me responded to the occasion, and of course the coach in the structure was show a lot of knowledge in the game. Say, Wamantem, but then given that short time, I war around the squad now. What me gather some amount of knowledge here. Even game near Koso, no one say why answer or why selection be making decision one. So with me who that decision no. recover the error esa ba game no well your games ni so but no ho an ye de beka so me hwe your games na ye bo no a and a conversation here keto bi one your game na ne Croatia be bo no afa pa na yenye team a o use wins ye afa na ni team and team po eye obekonche ha apart from that no oni bibia bie wo obeye but England there ye mbomu na ye force wo mo say omon konche because we really narrowed and suffocated omo team no finfin ho made the spaces so smaller for them. We all watched the game. Actually, na man for bebre yasahwe. Centrally, na ya aware say England need a natural creator bi obe for ball no ba twi nipa mienu be jato striker anim. And that when we force them to keep the ball. Hurricane Momuno and one of the best players to stay in between the lines. It will be free attack and Alban Fifio. And of course he did so. Thomas Partey so it be an ejuma. But against Croatia, game no ejina wins no so for omo. Now wins no so ejina no if you be na call wins no. Dey no me example bi tro. I think me say apply no ha. Me use to tire credit no. Once na me ka say Hurricane e drop ba ha. No use Anthony Gordon. No come Madueke. Pacho wati ase. And na ye team no make sure say aha no ba ha ye wa ha. Oponko kan 2 no no monye 3 on top. Of course so aba akoto defenders in them. Shade bi ha. Yes and use the same principles. Luka Modric and Mateo Kovacic obo position ni. No say Adam catch say tire akure no aha na ye anko no. Aha na kura duani nyina. So Modric and Kovacic, how do we disrupt them? Now we know yes it's deep because as I say quite disable Modric or top war, but I only want party war. As I say quite disable Kovacic, and then Modric omo relationship with the defense no. I hold on process game no. Croatia game no free midfielder by a counter.
Cause omo me ni mboni kitamo.
Apart from that, when you have listen to this, yeah, a more technical. So our Busqueta, o ball no money tum. Yes. O Vitinha o team na ball no money tum. It render him useless. Sound of profile in the game, no principles in it here. So they have Modric. You think Modric will say, no, it's actually Butum. Near Bobo fan so. Modric by field so. Let's talk about this.
No one be Vitinha Modric.
Oh, no, the base. They are kind of the first phase of the game. That is J1. One fan shall enko. It's a free sugar card. Share 2 there. A bit me ako. But we know. Let's treat the J1. That is Luka Modric. 2 no, Kovacic. So the pivot 1 and 2 no. How do we disrupt their relationship with the defense? Because DJ Kalekata, Joseph Stanisic, Josko Vadiol, some confident in what you are. They go through them. How do we cut the pipeline? We need somebody to disturb that relationship. Unfortunately, but me and game ni January Hurricane or the Thomas Partey man. Hurricane not that top until about to Thomas Partey close to the defense.
Wontumi.
Yeah, we no buy a defense, and so we need somebody up top. There was chances I've analyzed. Now me person me share we say when your boss fast so call your box no munyina no and am na wo bechi. Your boss na ya baso. Your boss Gideon Mensah baso. But when him trick be away. So Gideon Mensah ho. Oko outside the ha struggle to catch up with the recovery. Senaya. So far line no so be chill. Would far line no so nko Senaya. But inside the Wontumi when you use the left. It boss be a fan whereby inside the piano. And depending on 1-2-1-2 no call line so be the hedge ball number. And I know rim podge ball line so or a good tackler. But when you invert, he struggles to catch up with a 10. I've seen all of them. So I was thinking about how the balls got in the box.
Because Paris such more a be inverted.
Bruh, that is their game. So Modric Kovacic, no, almost possession 1-2-1-2-1-2. I want negotiate, looking for spaces. Pass Alex, Opejanity, I know the actual man. Check all their games. So we know about game America. Apart from America, what do they have? Until book the man or that final third, then a Peter Musa there. I'm going to crash strikers or maybe a video man on the ball to net. Yeah, Shadibi, these are some of the few times a boss buy a box room. Look at this penetrative pass. There was a shot on target, but I found out say Sabri no be aka say ball you block here and Maria say whenever a ball is blocked in the frame, it is treated as a shot on target.
Yes.
Whenever a shot is blocked outside the frame, a off target. So bopo no na kwanchanya a off target, bopo never inside a on target. Patriotic I say.
Okay.
Watch that block. So there was a true ball at some point in a ball real with speed. Let me say defending a boy Basuni, there were a few balls. Watch this build up. Oh, said there was a combo. And I quickly defense and I recover. Now this recovery, long shot to the one who know. At the end of how I not acquaint them. So watch this. Team say no. There's the constant back four no which are visible. But in between them, not my game to me this distance at the ball 2-on-1. It means technical team, because you could give me any best defense. So best defense, I then a ball so we call box room.
Still a crime down.
So the coach will still go back and analyze this. Yeah, boy, but there were chances that went into the area. As I say, you analyze it, and this pass was from here. So a breaking a defense, in between Senaya and Najeti, that build up on the course and a Hurricane ball. But the good thing is we recovered. Watch that block, and it's me body flow. So I've been thinking about this. Yo, midfielders way, my game a passing ball. No. Yeah. So we are talking about Modric, who disturbs Modric on the ball up top. Said we are passes will be my watch this. Then in a turnover, you lose the ball. No. Hurricane also had another shot. So I was analyzing all of those situations and saw say Thomas Ewene ball no hano. In a turnover in a dangerous area, we had 4 against 4 in the game.
Also James.
Yeah, also go free but also game room 4 against 4 be. Yeah. Tambeni you play 3-3 how much you say? Because obviously it's still deep.
Tommy recovery ni we let me say ebia
omo yere no
say you recover bona there should be players obia the American ko ebia from middle and that flanks. You want say obia settle for moko and a bonus anko came. So the upper go back. Never time out to me recover born. I won't say players now imagine say you will see a catch up on a break. What they had is before say be our belly to that ball.
And then here.
What they had night carbon away. Also players now say
come
yeah. So I can say almost burning more committee men forward. So any not born as quick as
any you will free no. And be form 4.
Yeah, and it's one pass ball internet come a problem because yes you ever come.
These are some of the ways boss buy a box room. But this sir, name will be repeating buy a boss in a travel no. Which is something very a similar pattern to the Croatia for no. Say no. Boss no free say about. Asari organization or your top notch. What Okasa? Yeah. Okasa our boss man you di. Na some young just na Jordan try ni share. And na Jordan yeah one year ma mu no. Apart from this, back or show myself 4. About one I responded. So I've been analyzing your organization, some of the time no near astute or box room, you boss no free ho. But we also saw your neko. Especially the na open play we know a dead ball. So the keeper has time to organize the back line. But you hold four on the buy,
Yeah.
4 on the buy. Yeah. Now let me tell you why he went for the 4. A more technical. Tell me now what the buffer so now let me show you why it is 4. Born who nipa phone they are giving Benjamin Asare 3 different angles. Into almost this journey. He doesn't know which angle who is taking the ball. But what I say, Declan Rice I will show you. So look. So analyze it. Now Benjamin also needs 4 for these angles. Hurricane will be offer. Declan will be offer. You know, said Declan not a power.
Kane similar.
Anthony Gordon and James, and a bended power kakra a support. So he is calling for 4. Baku Freeman, because okay, we have 3, okay. That is communication. A perfect organization from Benjamin Asari. But me say, a dead ball, so he has time to organize. Now these patterns lead me to open play situations similar to this. Why can't we deal with this ones? Where Thomas Partey, no market Kane or baby. But no, Sasu ready Declan because I'm sure when you no say, obetimi be. Oh, say, but Hurricane a free her. Once Hurricane a free one, and they still have something different to discuss. Messages also. In fact, defensively, na organization no a top pa yaw na organization no a top but organizing a set piece or a dead ball and organizing open play no difference open play or the morning am here but now don't say we atene ha so was ade no o kasa na won say we because you always want to show say ball betimi afri ha de ba now there have been open play balls yaw abai box ma ha adwene at this way look your ball Croatia game no we are looking for ways because so far ball defense ne ball sina ya mo omo yo madwuma so mpeso hwade ya ha say mame sina ya area ni ajete ya adwuma wa ha that also ya bo sina ya basu nyina no you know say ajete ya adwuma wa ha these are some of the ways na make no what something these are some of the ways so yes what be fat line so what ya on twema. He's done a marvelous work, and they found a way to be bringing this half boss. Except for the fact that your recovery senses are high. Your recovery is pa. But maybe can't seem be what I said actually. Shadi or mami. What we area have? I mean, a perfect picture. One picture we. Say a high line a boy. Principles are by applying a different from the low block. When you retreat into the low block, you switch to clearances, blocks, interceptions. I have no time when I over free, offside when I over free. I have offside a free, but over highliner, or clearances. Over highliner, how you block. Who do you answer a free to recover the ball? Who free man I offside do? No more sackable. But I know your block clear. And this system no is suited street center backs. Because the street as what I say. Away, let's go, come on. I don't know about JT, but a JT when you want to place him in the high line, you demand his pace, you demand his extra intelligence. That is not to say how you're intelligent, but Hano a more physical and get the ball out of the zone. So a boamo and the coach loves it. Also, Jeremy Poku, a Babiana, they move the ball away. Two, omo height in the Juma. It is a Thomas Fatisa Shebudia, Nebwa. There was something close to this. I actually imagine about so say, in fact, say to me, correct all these situations. Yeah, Croatia game no game a bro so. Even though I don't think you let me ako game wa kwasha 3, especially Croatia game no say kwasha me ensa no. Me who ba be goals in free, but so far 2 goals e for the freba. Caleb. Your strikers in easy form. But strikers do the tournament now. Yedi Sahaku, Niama, Bonsuba, Jordan, Semenyo, Inaki. Yes, sexy but the system doesn't favor them. The system is more defensive, and it doesn't favor the attackers. So all these balls now buy a box, some of them were half dealt with. If we also saw opponent let me a chance to be, and I keep asking myself, say, if we have really limited England to this point, it means going over against Croatia. No, you bet me, yeah. Some of the times, and I think it's a SSC movement here. One said Thomas Partey Hurricane and Rana may come once a minute. But boy, Declan Rice and a pemy. Declan born or pem to toy, This was the starting point of the movement, When they call it buy boxing. That is why do that day.
I say sometimes, your boys can be a coach ball watching.
Thomas in here, or Kenny Wojma. But this is a actual receiver. Or Baba boxing will late. We cut Declan. Or Baba boxing will on a Baba far cross we see. Once again, I am a castle call out to Wontumi cover said open we in outside.
But familiar foot.
Yes. Because here no for so separate inside. It's all for so far by beer.
I think naturally or you left footed so the honor was comfortable.
First thing they say force the ball inside. If you are the body no I say. Or Chelsea or the far boy into a force so the quad they are necessary or but sometimes when you're not so too challenge or line make a line or so into 110 no I'll show you another one here. And you don't qua Sinaya no so but insider on a super outside or a quick. So say space in the BSA I am more. Oh so space in the beer.
What's me about to?
And you one here, yeah, because I wing up do okay or try sort of remember. Now recovery Bono. Edia ebinya good connection and I saw similar patterns of the movement and then also so taking on. This is Sinaya. as a right back. Na saa time na fe na say Madueke aswitch ase hono. Bukayo Saka height ne te say, but he had a connection to that ball. She baby ofiri by no hono. And the Declan de nyepe. She any Declan movement no, ball no beko. And then that's Bukayo Saka. So when you have a team one on there, the team upon say crosses and or the be adwuma pa dia or be high. And it has always been leaving some gaps here. Na yen to me and recover. Now what drive it ball no at the that box room. But sometimes you want somebody to just track down. But yeah, then corner said you munya no and come best of the ball. But for Bukayo Saka to challenge our centre backs no, I had na me mpeno. Oh, odi for Bukayo two team. One who can hold Declan.
João Neves. Probably, and I say be arguably the shortest player on the pitch. But Olip was shaping the Champions League. Now we have for Portugal.
That's true.
João Neves I be so similar to Saka the na Wokano. So Sebastian you could share Portugal and based on results are a bit peer or one player to watch because of all kind floating balls near free
Bukayo so
left and right side a back box no mono. Tina make João Neves as some
Gideon out. Yeah, Olip very good jump. Oh, Gideon out.
Yeah,
Gideon out. On nobody no chance a ball sign, but when he goes here, the ball always gets in there. Oh, the best channel and me say Croatia for no wins no dominating more. Also, offer line is watching it too. But you have another situation and Nipa no best inverted in by inside like that. Watch it. Well, no. Then the ball comes in here and it's a Thomas Partey situation. Now I'll show you this. No one will say very critical. This is Thomas. The movement and the MF power. We need him like the intelligence and any probably two can home. I see how. I don't know. The ball comes here and should position. No. That is it. Because I beat JT. I beat JT so. JT training in England. I'm more occupation area.
So you say be a Rooney the man. To many years say I was also shake the two centre backs in them. Ebe serve as the third centre back system now. Think I we a clear opportunity for England.
Yeah. Dodonato, and they continuously brought different floated balls. When somebody finish about way a vertical float, or the free box to say, they all have rebounds.
Some more height.
They all have rebounds. You saw that one? You saw that? Who ni play far no? GT. And should be a ball if you buy, you know. But before this, you know, me running up for the amount you come and see. I did quite have to say he had them covered. Pacho I had a Nico really. He had him covered. These are the minor spaces because some say, yeah, in 5 years, some and I'm trying to obey you in check it. Watch him. Just watch it. Still, I love that word. You can see it. He has him in fold. But Nico O'Reilly, who is Nico O'Reilly when we talk about area duels? He's really a center forward. But he has the ability to beat a center back. Watch. When I hit the bar now, when Hurricane boy bunko to ya, he tries our picture. And it was a big chance by virtue of a cross. Yeah, these are the few balls that buy a box room. For Croatia, they will be dominating on the lines better than Panama and England have done. And a Pasalic more.
Yeah, Pasalic and Perisic.
So yeah,
true.
Watch full Croatia.
Full Croatia. Whoa, yamre na fi yamre me fa yen videos no Shadrack. Munye videos no ready. Emma me na fi yen fa ye yahwefo ne ye tiefo ba bia wo a wo monitor free. Mo de buy in a landscape version and I say we do video buy va WhatsApp line a landscape no. Ye fa mo de nti say my ready dia mo main tie the Ghana phone so